Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn second part of the chapter Delhi Sultanate. Let's start with the Said dynasty. The Said dynasty was established by Qazi Khan while capturing the throne in 1440 CE. He was succeeded by Mubarak Shah in 1421. Again, Mubarak Shah was succeeded by his nephew Muhammad Shah in 1434 CE. Muhammad Shah was weak and incompetent. Apart from uprising and revolts, he had to deal with internal revolts. Alam Shah ascended the throne in 1443. He was the son of Muhammad Shah. Alam Shah was also incompetent. He decided to leave the Delhi and settle in Badaun. It hastened the fall of Said dynasty. Lodi dynasty. In 1451 CE, Balul Lodi, an Afghan who was the governor of Punjab, occupied the throne of Delhi. He suppressed rebellion and established authority over Sindh and Mewar. Balul Lodi was succeeded by his son Sikandar Lodi in 1489 CE. Sikandar Lodi is considered the greatest ruler of the Lodi dynasty. He annexed Jaunpur and Bihar and brought the entire region of Gangetic Plains under his control. Sikandar Lodi was succeeded by his son Ibrahim Lodi in 1517 CE. Ibrahim Lodi faced a number of rebellions. Finally, Alam Khan, the Sultan's uncle, and Daulat Khan Lodi, the governor of Punjab, invited Babur, the ruler of Kabul, to invade India. In the first battle of Panipat, fought in 1526, Babur defeated and killed Ibrahim Lodi. This event marked the beginning of the Mughals in India. Let's see the Sultanate administration. Start with the Sultan. The Sultan was the head of administration. The language of administration was Persian. Sultan was advised on affairs of the state by the trusted nobles and in judicial and religious matter by the ulema. Sultan derived power by introducing the divine right of kingship, according to which the ruler is representative of gods on earth. He also introduced the ritual of Sijda and Pahobad to assert his superiority. Division of the empire. The Sultan was divided into iqtas or province under the charge of muftis and walis. The iqtas were subdivided into sheets which were placed under shikdars. The sheets were subdivided into pragnas and placed under amir. The pragnas consist of a villages. The village headman or mukaddam headed the village. The patwari kept the land records and the munsif supervised the collection of the land revenue. Department of Administration. The king ruled with the help of ministers who were in charge of various departments. The Wazir headed the Dawat-e Wizarate. He looked after the income, expenditure, collection of revenue, and overall financial matter. The Aris-e-Mamalik, along with his deputies, looked after the army and military affairs. The chief Sardar or chief Qazi looked after all the charities and headed the Department of Justice. How Delhi Sultanate was fall. Let's see the downfalls of Delhi Sultanate. The following are some factors that may have hastened the end of the Sultanate rules. Many rulers were not strong. They had corrupted and opportunist nobles who manipulated them and made them unpopular. This led to the formation of various groups of or cliques among the nobles which divided their loyalty towards the Sultan. The Iqta system helped to decentralize the power of the king. The king's dependence on the nobles increased as they provided him with army contingents. On various occasions, weak empires became the target of attacks launched by foreign invaders such as Mongols. Last but not the least, the Sultan did not follow the law of primogeniture, whereby the eldest son succeeds his father as a ruler. This led to tragic wars of succession, thus weakening the empire. That's all for today. Have a good day. Have a nice day.